What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete the Week 9 weekly quest. Reach 10 players remaining. If you haven't subscribed or used my creator code, please consider doing so. I really do appreciate your support. Now, this challenge may be simple for some, but not all. That is for sure. So how are you going to last to top 10 players or less if you're new to the game? Well, first off, starting at the edge of the map and then staying away from the action is key. Also, staying away from that blue line of the battle bus. Do not land along that. That is where most players are going to land and jump out of the bus. Now, what I recommend for those that are newer to the game or who are intimidated by this challenge is that I suggest you get yourself a car. Now, there is bush camping, which I'm sure many people have heard of. I will cover that, but that gets very, very boring. I like cruising as around in my car as the better strategy here. It is way more interesting. So what am I doing? First off, I landed there. I was going to land at the gas station that I showed you, but I decided that I was going to pick up these chests and the car that I just saw as I was gliding in. Just so happened I was near a shrine and I had seen a sprite. I was not planning on this. This part is absolutely not necessary, but if you happen to land by a shrine, see a sprite, you might as well quickly do this. Now, all you need to do at this point is drive around and stay out of harm's way. Again, I'm assuming that you are concerned about dying before the end, so that's why this video was made. It's for those who need that help. Now, when you have a car, it requires gas. Do not use your boost, which you can see on the left side for me is the circle button, unless you need to, because the boosting eats up the gas like crazy. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just going for a stroll, and then I'm going to see a bush here. So I'm going to talk about bush camping briefly. What is bush camping? It literally means going into a bush like this one and camping there, as in like hanging out. Now, bush camping works, and you can do this, and you could probably even land in the middle of the map, find a bush, and maybe even get this when you've walked away from the game. But it's super, super boring, at least for me. I cannot hang out here. I'm just going to give you a perspective. See the top right corner? There was 72 players. Now there's 71. Now there's 70. And you can basically just sit here until the storm comes and then take off. Another option is kill some time by doing challenges that will not put you in harm's way. This is an actual accolade. So the accolades are other challenges that you can go for. It's not a full-on challenge. It's just feats to accomplish. So in this case, I just had to do 10 sprays. I get 1200 XP. I get that checked off of my accolade list, and hey, now I'm back to driving around. I'm still in the same area. There's 55 people left. I'm just coming back down, and anytime I see a gas station, as long as there's no players there or there's no risk to me, I'm going to stop in, quickly fill up, and that's what's going to help me be able to stay in this car. Now, you can car camp as well. So rather than get out and get into a bush or just stand here, you can get in your car and then just keep checking in on the map. You see where the circle is? That is where the storm is going to. The storm will close in. If you stay near the edge of the storm, that is also a good strategy. Even if you're on foot, you could just keep moving with the storm and always just keep the storm moving behind you. And that way, if the storm is right behind you, the chances of players coming from behind is severely minimized. Now, I'm just sitting here and do not do what I'm doing here. I took a risk, but I was pretty confident about it. I was sitting here waiting away. I heard these people fighting. I looked over and I couldn't resist taking a couple shots. Eliminated a player, then took off. The one player was there, gave me chase in a car. And again, I want you to know what to do to stay alive. So I basically drove away from them and lost them. And instead of filling up my car with gas there, I just switched cars up. Now again, I'm just showing you here, that was the area where the storm will come through. And if you stay near the storm's edge, like I say, you're going to encounter fewer players, and if you do encounter them, they're likely trying to get out of the storm themselves. So we've got 12 people left. I've only got one elimination, and you saw that one elimination there. Now, I'm going to stop here again. When you get to this point, I really recommend that you just chill somewhere. You don't want to make a mistake and end up dying. Hitting those opponents is a risky move. I just couldn't resist. I was at low fuel at this point. Do not let the car get to low fuel unless you have no other choice. I'm going to quickly fill up. Notice there's going to be a player who runs out of the gas station. Am I going after them? Heck no. I just need to last one more player here, and then I will get my challenge complete. Clearly that person is trying to do the same, or they are definitely not interested in a fight at the moment. So I'm going to just drive away casually and calmly until I reach that 10 player mark. And there we go. 10 players remaining. But hey, you've come this far, don't quit now, right? Try to use the exact same strategy and see if you can score a victory royale. So at this point, this player was coming up, and I didn't want them to, you know, get the better of me. So I made sure that I was stopping their build and make sure they get kind of caught in the storm here, and they will die to storm damage. So we've got one other person in the match at this point, and I'm going to drive over here. I'm going to wait here for a minute. When I see the player, I'm going to drive in to get myself nice and close and shield myself, and then I will hop out of the car, and I'm going to unload with my Surge Fire SMG, eliminate the player, and get that victory royale as well as the challenge. Hope that the guide was helpful. Please drop a like, leave me a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and use my creator code. Good luck, and until the next video, this is GamerDad out.